Good morning. My name is Jasmine. This is Foxy. This is Goose. This is the chaos of our lives. And this is Blue Healer Bookshelves. Today's video is my January and February reading wrap up. And before I get started with that, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to Shop Second Breakfast. This shirt is seriously one of my favorites. I wear it all the time. I get so many compliments on it. And if you have not checked out KJ's shop, please do. I will leave the website in the description below, as well as the Instagram for Shop Second Breakfast. Kirby has different bookish apparel. She has props. There's other fandoms. So if you are a true nerd at heart and have any interest in any fandoms or book merch, please go check her out. All right, so now we're gonna get into the January and February reading wrap up of everything that I read the last 2 months. Goose is in the background there, so he might be a little distracting to me. Also, I have everything written down here, so if you see me looking down, I am just reading what I wrote, so I would know what to talk about. So the first book I read at the beginning of the year is Letters in the Attic by Meredith Lindsay. I was so kindly gifted a e-copy of this book that I read on my Kindle from the author herself. She published this novel, and it's her debut. She published it March 3rd of 2023, which I think is really cool because today is March 3rd of 2024, and I am giving it a review. Letters in the Attic has an average Goodreads rating of 4.61. So she's doing very well with it so far. And I rated it a 4-star. I don't want to share too much about this book because I think this is a really good book to go a little bit blind into. I would encourage you to read the synopsis on Goodreads and decide for yourself if this sounds interesting to you. I will talk a little bit about it, but like I said, I don't want to give too much away because I think the best experience with this novel is to go in mostly blind. So this book is about a teenage girl named Cammie and her mother. They moved to a new town and into a new house after the death of Cammie's father. He's being really cuddly. And there's some weird things happening in the house, like Cammie's receiving letters. She doesn't know if it's supposed to be for her or who they're from. And a lot of things just start to unfold. This book has a little bit of, not necessarily like paranormal elements, but there are some things that don't happen in the natural human world. So if any of that sounds good to you, please go check this book out. I will leave the link to Meredith's Instagram page in the description. This is probably the 5th or 6th time that I have tried to record myself talking about the second and third book I read this year, and I cannot seem to get through it. So I'm just going to tell you what they are, and if they interest you, please just go find them on Goodreads or Kindle Unlimited, because I do not have enough memory of these 2 books to be able to give a full synopsis or even explain why I rated them what I rated them. So books 2 and 3 are part of the Kindle Unlimited Creature Feature installment, and I read the first 2 that were released. So the first one is The Pram by Joe Hill, which I gave a 3.5 star. And basically, this is about a baby buggy or a pram that has an entity to it. The third book I read which is book 2 in the Creature Feature installment, is Ankle Snatcher by Grady Hendrix. And I gave it a 4-star. I've never read a Grady Hendrix book before, and I have tons of friends who highly recommend his novels, and I own 3 of them. So after reading Ankle Snatcher on my Kindle, I will definitely be prioritizing other Grady Hendrix books this year. The 4th book I read in 2024 is book 1 of the Sworn Soldier duology, and that is What Moves the Dead by T. Kingfisher. I gave this a 5-star. This is my first 5-star of 2024, and I absolutely ate this up. This novella, again, super short. It's 157 pages, I believe. This is a retelling of Edgar Allan Poe's The Fall of the House of Usher. So if you like Edgar Allan Poe, if you like The Fall of the House of Usher, if you like retellings, if you like body horror in your books, you'll love this. The main character, Alex Easton, is an army officer. She gets a letter from her friend saying basically that she's dying, and Alex goes to their family's estate to check in on her friend and take care of her. And the journey she takes to help her friend is just it was really fun to read. I don't know how else to say it. So if you like body horror and dark, gross things, please consider reading this. The 5th book I have read this year is Death Valley by Melissa Broder. I would hold up my physical copy, but my friend Carissa is borrowing it right now, and I just wanted to get this up before we got too far into March. This book is really heavy, and please, before reading it, understand what the content warnings are. This is about a woman who is prematurely grieving losing her father. He's in a coma in the ICU, and he's not doing well. Her husband is also sick. He has a multitude of illnesses that are getting progressively worse, and his care team cannot diagnose what his illness is. So the main character is feeling the weight of the world on her shoulders, and she goes to the desert on a sort of vision quest to try and reflectively look on her life and what is meaningful to her and what she can do to kind of help herself in the situation she's in with her husband and her father not doing well. This book is very metaphorical. It's very beautiful. It has a lot of heavy topics. I devoured it. I felt myself really touched by the main character and her story and her strength and her courage. There were so many points in this book that I laughed out loud, and then 2 pages later I would be like choking back tears. A truly beautiful novel. I really loved Melissa Broder's writing, and I will definitely be picking up more of her work. Book number 6 of 2024 is the first book of the Shepherd King duology, and that is One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. I did this as a buddy read with my friend Elena, and Elena is also on YouTube as Elena in Wonderland. I will link their YouTube channel in the description as well. Their profile is super fun. I love all their videos, book reviews, lifestyle vlog, Bujo journal setups, and journaling. And Elena is also a flight attendant, so the content on their channel is great. I have a really fun time watching their videos. A recent Valentine's vlog was posted, I want to say yesterday, and I watched it this morning, and it was so cute. So go check out their channel. In our buddy read, we FaceTimed at the end of the week and talked about what we read, our theories, what we loved about the book. We just overall had a really great time. This is only my second fantasy duology. The first duology I read was Divine Rivals and Ruthless Vows by Rebecca Ross, and I ate that up. And I thought, why not keep going in the fantasy world? So I picked up One Dark Window. Elena had said that they had the book too, so we decided to do a buddy read. And this was super fun, super thick. I loved the gothic elements. I loved the magical cards. I loved the witty banter, the found family. Such a fun book. And Elena and I are currently reading the second book of the series, which is Two Twisted Crowns, and our friend Tiffany joined us on the buddy read as well. And I cannot wait to come back and update you guys on my thoughts of Two Twisted Crowns, because one, our group chat for the buddy read is totally off the rails, so fun, and we are all loving the character development, and it's got great vibes, and I really like this book, and I am intrigued to know what other work Rachel Gillig has. Book 7 of 2024 was another buddy read with my friend Fidan, and we read Mad Honey by Jodi Picoult and Jennifer Finney Boylan. I think Fidan gave this 4.5 stars, and I know this is very highly rated on Goodreads by many, many, many people. I rated this 2 stars. I thought it was going to be a thriller, and I thought it was going to be about Mad Honey. This is neither of those things. So I think I set myself up for failure on that. This is a contemporary literature. It's set in a court. The main character is a beekeeper. There is a death at the beginning. And so after the death, this family is attending court hearings about the case and trying to figure out what happened and put all the pieces together, which is not my cup of tea. So I felt bored for about 450 pages, which is the whole book. And then halfway through the book, there was a reveal, and it just felt unrealistic. And after the reveal happened, that's all the book was about. And I don't want to get hate for not liking this, because the reveal is a very important topic. And it's not that I disagree with the topic. I just didn't like the way it was done personally. So yeah, I'm sorry I didn't like this, and I hope other people read it and love it. It just wasn't for me. Thank you for watching my January and February reading wrap up. I am really looking forward to March and finishing Two Twisted Crowns with Tiffany and Elena. Like I said earlier, I'm loving this buddy read. It has been so fun, and I am super excited to see how this ends. Next week I leave for vacation. I have probably 10 books that I'm trying to choose between bringing, and I have no idea what I'm going to take and what I'm going to have time to read while I'm there. But I'm just really looking forward to sitting by the pool, sitting on the boat, and going to the beach to read, and just relaxing. So stay tuned for a vacation reading vlog. I would love to do that while I'm gone. And then I think the March reading wrap up will be a really good one, because all of the books that I have on my TBR for March just sound so incredible. So I'm super excited and cannot wait to dig into them. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And again, thank you for watching.